My name is Valan Karnanandam, principal broker, founder of Fides Mortgages, and I'm here with a special guest, Suganya.
I think I don't need an introduction. Looks like I've been in your post more than anything, and everybody's asking, "Oh, I seen you in Varan's post." So finally, officially, I'm introducing myself. I joined Fides, joined the herd.
It's interesting. It's the first time we kind of working together
Officially.
Yeah. And there's a lot of things changed.
It has. And I'm looking forward for that, but I'm also a little bit nervous because my way of style of working is a little different than you are. And I don't know whether I'm going to keep up to it, but I'm going to try my best. But we'll see how it goes working together.
So what's your style of working?
Well, I've always been working for the past, 15, 20 years with the bank. So I have done we have done various roles, and last role, which been a mortgage specialist, where I don't do intense volume and deals like how you've been doing it. But somehow I've been managing to do certain volumes and pass through it. But I don't know, I find you are a go person where I pause and I stop and I take time to return and answer calls and everything. So I think I need to catch up to the speed.
I think so. First of all, who I was watching, someone who's going to be helping hand side by side to make the transaction and the experience more white glove service. And we need the support. That's why you're here to
absolutely.
Work
and I mean, it's a blessing that at least I know majority of or most of the partners that you work with. I met them, and we have worked in the past as well. So they kind of know what we've been doing and offering, how our service and how we're handling our clients, and how exceptionally we are providing the customer service and everything. So I mean, that part I'm not too concerned.
But I think it's important. You come with an experience in the lending space for years. So it is not someone who's just coming and working with me without an experience. So you experience being a manager customer service, financial advisor, understand the investment part of it a little bit, and being a mortgage specialist, what this role takes and what the solutions-driven business. I think that's going to be really helping me and my team as an additional support to take the experience to the next level.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, mortgage is not new, but again, in this side, there's a lot of opportunities and a lot of lenders and
solutions.
Absolutely. Every client, I think I can provide a solutions where when you were working at the bank, you're kind of stuck and kind of limited to it. And then you're kind of hard to say, no, okay, unfortunately, this cannot be done here. But here, I mean, a lot of solutions for everybody at the end of the day.
And you brought it up, we have two different work styles. And to be honest, I think that is something needed. Every client work in a different pace, and working together, we can work together to understand clients' needs and their pace, and we can fill the gap. I think that's a good thing.
I think so too. But again, you work from 4:30. I don't know. It goes till sometime it's never ending, where I kind of have to take a break from picking up the kids and taking them to classes and coming back and spending some time with them and making some dinner and here. So that's where I said where I need to take a pause and then go back to, again, the routine kind of helping the clients. So it's just like a balancing out like your personal life versus like the work life balance,
So what is the most interesting part you are seeing on the broker space compared to the bank space?
I mean, the past few months I've been getting I've been still helping my clients and everything. So far I haven't said no to any of my clients. I was able to find exactly. I was able to find solution to every single one of them. Where they are sorry it's declined, unfortunately, we can't do much.
It doesn't matter what situation
exactly. That's something that it's just like, okay, so there's a solution for everybody.
I get a lot of questions from everyone. Don't you guys get tired of each other? How do you guys work together? Don't you guys get into a fight?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. And maybe elaborate a little bit more.
Well, I don't know the fight sides or the arguments or anything. It's not.
Disagreement.
Yes.
It's not a fight, it's a disagreement.
I mean, it's not based on a major problem or big issues. It's always some small things. It's always something that, like, fixing the schedules and making it on time, or returning back things on time in terms of like a calling back and emailing back and following up and things like that. I think it's just very, very small things where expectations are a little different and where we come up with the misunderstanding. And that's where I think the arguments come, I guess. I don't think so. It's anything in major, I would say.
It's for the business.
And obviously the kids, sometimes they do drive us crazy.
Yeah. And it's interesting. We had the same podcast here, almost a year and a half back, without you.
Oh, yeah. And then we were like, okay, behind the scene recording. And I never thought that I will be in here one day.
Yeah.
And here I am. I don't know, working together, how it's going to go, but we'll see.
What are you going to be focusing, working at Fides for the partners and the clients? What is your main focus?
As I said, obviously, we are glad that, like, even previously that I was able to work with most one of them, like, and now that we are together, and I mean, we are committed to give like a white glove service and, like, a full commitment from us, and obviously exceptional customer service. And for the team, obviously, we wanted to make sure that it's a running a smooth environment to work for them.
Perfect. What is your passion? Like, beside mortgages, like, I know it was a hard decision to make. You want to pursue your career on something you like, your passion for versus mortgages. What's your passion?
I have lots. I mean, I always tell, like, I want to open up a flower shop. I have a passion for interior designing. That's something that always into it, like, and gardening in the summer. It's one of my passion too. And again, I tell you, I want to open up a spa one day. So I have a lot of things that I like to do. Maybe one of these days, slowly, like, I've been doing a little bit of a behind the scene work through my passions, like, taking some courses and adding some knowledge about it before I go and explore that path of it. But maybe, like, down the road, that's something that I will settle in and retire in, I would say.
Yeah. You want to tell the story of how you were chasing me and the hallways of UIT?
Oh, you should say that. Who was chasing? Oh, we were just waiting, and, like, literally, we were just standing in UB building, and then after school and after classes, and probably you were the one chasing and asking our friend, maybe the Steven can answer it here. And he'll be like, oh, this guy is just asking for your name, and he's just waiting outside the class until you finish the exam. Where they're from, MSN history starts it, and then from there it goes on.
Okay. And it's been almost 20 years.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, 2004. Yeah.
2004, yeah.
Were you both in the same classes?
Oh, well, I actually went for nursing, and then he was in finance. And then I was just telling him, like, I really don't like math. And then I'm like, okay, that's the one.
That's a wrong profession to be in this business.
It's okay. Here, I am still doing math behind the scene. Anyways, and then he's like, and then we've been talking. He's like, why do you really want to do, like, 12-hour shifts? And I don't think so. Maybe you should look into a different options. Then I'm like, okay, fine. And then I'll swap it into business. And here we are. We are done with that. And then that's how we end up in, like, graduated from there.
I actually had a passion for business. I was working at Canadian Tire as a manager. I thought I'm going to be working and being a store manager at Canadian Tire. Then life takes off.
And then while he was in school, and he wants to open up a convenience store. It's called Max Convenience Store. And then he went for a interview with them, and he's like, oh, I really want to open this convenience store. I'm like, what's up with you opening up a convenience store? And then it's turned into...
I was living with my aunt, and she said, if you're going to open up a convenience store, you
get out of the house.
Until you finish your degree.
Yeah, and then he wants to open up a restaurant, and then,
and we actually opened up a restaurant, and we miserably failed because you don't understand the business. So we went through a lot. Yeah, so we we want to open up a convenience store. We open up a restaurant.
You guys were together when you did all that?
Yeah. Well, we didn't
convenience store, it
it
didn't
never
move.
happened because that was he wants. I'm like, no. And then restaurant, yes. He opened it up, and then
So we open up a restaurant and wrong partnership, don't understand the business, and didn't have a passion for operation, did have the passion for hosting. It doesn't work out. Actually, if I didn't get into the restaurant, being self-employed, I would have never gone into the mortgages.
after the restaurant opening up and gave up, and that's when he became a mortgage specialist at CIBC. And at that time, we were living in a small townhome in Whitby by like Rock and Taunton. Like, yeah.
Oh, taking back the history. So let's talk about the first home. We were married when we were 23 and 22 for situational purposes. Not she
No,
wasn't
I wasn't
pregnant.
pregnant or anything.
Somebody had to do the same thing.
No,
her mother had some
my
health issues.
mom
Her mom
got
has a serious health
sick,
issues,
and she really wanted one of us to get married, and we were the only one at that time. Okay, we were a boyfriend and girlfriend dating. She's like, why don't you guys get engaged? So let's do a small ceremony, and like, so then we are fine. Okay, we'll just get engaged.
and
So that's what
we
happened.
started figuring it out since then. So we
Yeah.
bought a house, and I'm like, it doesn't make sense to rent. So I bought a townhouse, and we bought a townhouse together. I was started work at Wells Fargo, and she was working for Old Navy
Yes.
and
Yeah.
going to school.
Yeah, last year because he's 1 year
But
ahead.
it was so
he-
cheap. Like you can get a 4D amortization and
$220,000.
$217,000 for 3-bedroom townhouse.
And then also you're working. What were you?
And I
working?
had 2 roommates paying the rent.
Entire, yeah.
Paying the rent. That's why I was able to carry
So
the
we were
mortgage and live a
using the
life.
master bedroom, and then we gave the other 2 rooms, and then they were covering our mortgage payment pretty much.
And this was during the recession of 2008.
And how did you know how to do that?
Listen, man, I'm the kind of guy, let's figure it out.
I mean, he was living with us, and he's like, okay, we need a space. Now
We got married.
We got married officially.
I was counting on the
signed
dowry, so I
papers.
didn't get a dowry. So I need to figure it out.
And then he was like, okay, we'll just buy a home. So
And I did the math.
Yeah.
That made sense, but math never makes sense.
and
as
we
you
were just
get it.
only putting like what $10,000 as a
Yeah.
down payment back then, like 7,000 or 10,000.
minimum down payment.
Yeah. So and then
But
we used that.
that house leads into building real estate wealth.
100%.
Even though she doesn't agree on it, like she wants me to sell the house, she wants to keep things simple, and I'm do completely opposite. Not to brag about it or anything. That house made us to build real estate wealth up to 14 doors.
Yeah. So
And if I sell that house, everything would have been stopped. So my piece of advice to anyone, like she kind of gets a bigger picture. I know the market is not the best, but overall, if you can hold on to it, hold on to the real estate. I think that's what we figured out.
You still have that problem?
We still have the property.
yeah.
We still have the property. It's been
been
since
rented.
2007.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2007. Yeah, go on.
And then how did that lead into you becoming a mortgage specialist?
How that didn't lead into becoming a mortgage specialist. That lead into understand building real estate wealth and Smith Maneuver. I didn't know it was called Smith Maneuver. We were doing Smith Maneuver for the whole life until someone said, "Let's do a seminar on a Smith Maneuver." I'm like, "This is what we are doing for the living. This is what we've been doing for ourselves."
This is what it's called.
All
Smith
these are wrong.
Manual.
So then I started working at CIBC. We bought a property and we were ready to move in, and we didn't have a down payment. It cost us money to break the mortgage, restructure everything, and take the money to buy a new property. We still end up in buying the property, and that property we bought it for very low price in 2012. That appreciated, and from there you were able to build it from it's pretty much using the equity to build the wealth. But that being said, that since we were 23 and 22, all we knew was we both are self-made. Like my parents were back home. She's coming from the family of single mother with the 6 siblings. We had to earn it. So only thing is kept us grounded was discipline, and we need to earn anything we wanted. we didn't have anyone to fall back into it. That comes with working long hours and committing yourself. Any note on that, Suganya?
I mean, absolutely. Like, I mean, I would say it's just like, as he said, like we were figuring things out too. Like, I mean, at that stage, most of our friends and everybody, they had like, family will settle in, parents are there to support. They were still going to school and upgrading themselves into education and things like that. I'm gonna be like, okay, we're done school, we got our degree, what are we gonna do next? Like, kind of like, and then okay,
And we
now
were 23 and 22.
and I'm like, yeah, we bought the house, we need to make the payment. So I would say in our early ages, we haven't done a lot of stuff that what like most of our friends were doing, like traveling, doing things,
We had to stay grounded.
vacationing. Like our first vacation, probably I would say our honeymoon in 2009. And we went and got married in Sri Lanka, and then we didn't even go on honeymoon.
I still
there.
remember we went
Yeah.
to Sri Lanka, we got married, we want to go to Maldives. We didn't have the budget. Like, the good thing is working in the financial industry at the time, I was working for the bank and she was working for the bank as well. You come to understand how important the credit is, how important making the payment on time, how important budgeting yourself, how important the screwing up a credit can ruin your life.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you didn't have the budget or if you didn't have the savings, we didn't do anything. So, I mean, as I said, like first vacation in 2009, that's our honeymoon. And then after that, it's just like maybe every 3 years, 2 years.
We were
until
grounded.
we
Like,
have the
I
budget,
was
like,
working at the bank and I was running a restaurant. And to be honest, when I run a restaurant, I realized I'm actually making more money delivering food. Back then, there's no Uber Eats, no skip the dishes. People
You-
call the restaurants
and then you place an
pack
order.
up
Yeah.
and you take at the Google map, find the address and deliver the food,
Yeah,
and you
there's-
actually get a tip
Yeah,
and you get cash.
That was the only.
And
like,
that was and even then, sometimes you had to use a cash to pay the salary. Running a restaurant, I figure it shows a lot of work. You are running on a very, very small profit margin, but it teaches you a few things. You need to pay your staff, you need to pay the government, and you need to pay the bills. Then you have to pay yourself.
and then suppliers.
Sometimes
and,
you don't even pay yourself.
Yeah.
And what you can understand is like, I was fortunate, less than 25 years old, you have to treat your people right. If you don't treat your people right, they don't treat your customers right. Because at the end of the day, they are the one who's interacting with the customers every day. And that transforms into a leadership skill. And actually, I would say it was fortunate I was being a manager at Canadian Tire, managing retail staff when I was 18, 19 years old. Those are the fundamentals. It's transforming into the overall of the business world.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's also comes into self-discipline and like, learning yourself.
And a lot come from my dad as well.
Yeah.
And investing in real estate, I think we had to say we learned from my uncle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Nani's uncle. Yeah.
He was a doctor.
He's always believed in
but
that.
he's
like,
bigger of a business savvy, an investor than his passion for business than medicine.
He always tell, oh, you guys should do that. Maybe think about it. Like, just, good thing you guys buy a home. And like, and he always believed in that, like home ownership and investing in real estate and stuff. Like, yeah. At least we are glad that we had him in our life to just give us a little guidance. Like, I don't have a dad and his parents were not here. So he was literally the one of them just...
His wisdom goes a long way.
Yeah.
So I got into banking. So I was running at the restaurant. I worked at TD Bank. Then I left the bank and I started running the restaurant fully. And I had a passion for the business. But then I realized that this is not something I can work with. The culture, the environment, having a partner. Nothing didn't add up. Then at the time, CABC was hiring mortgage advisors. They guaranteed a 1-year salary.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I'm used to not to have a paycheck, but I have the financial service industry working coming from TD. Let me go and give a try to CIBC, I think 2010.
Yeah. And then I was at that time full-time job at
Job
TD.
at
So I'm
TD.
like, okay, we have one full-time income. Like you just take...
And even
these
then, I'm
months,
guaranteed $30,000.
Yeah, because they were guaranteed to pay a year salary.
And if you make commission more than in a biweekly pay, if you make more commission, they will pay you the commission. Then I still stay in touch with my boss Fatima. She sat down. We sat down at the Tim Hortons, and I got the job, and that's how
Things
starting to
started.
explore.
Yeah.
Back then, this is what I tell my team. 2010, no social media. I think Facebook was slowly coming up.
It was introduced. It's not even a big thing. Like,
And
yeah.
you have to build relationship, and you need to earn business. And she was working at TD, I was working at CIBC. I still remember dropping at the branch and working till 2, 3 in the morning, then wake up in the morning and go back again. Working on that picking. At the time, we were new. You had to prospect. You need to do business development.
And then you'd still need to do your application. Still need
And
to.
I think
get back to clients.
probably like you were. Yeah, we didn't have kids at the time, so that was a little bit of a
Easier.
but I can imagine right now doing all over with the kids.
Yeah.
It was like
Like
all
starting
starting like it's not easy. Number one, it's a financial burden. Number two, it's a timing.
And it's just like it's family and family help and like I mean if you're networking out and about you need some sort of a support to like leave your kids behind and going, and you can't do without that support either. I mean we're glad that
We were
are
able to pull through it.
like
But we stay grounded. Like at the end of the day, it comes a lot of discipline as well. At the end of the day, we had to return to the clients. It doesn't matter what you go, wherever you are, you had to reply the phone call. So you have to we both had to sing in one thing, which we were sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't agree. But at the end of the day, it's a business deal, and then is grown to the point that we had a kid.
yeah.
Then I completely
2013,
pulled her
yeah.
out of the business. So she left the bank, and
And I went part-time to
and
CNBC.
she was fortunate. Like one of her dear colleague, he actually offered a job to Suganya at CIBC, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, working from 10 to 2.
So I drop him at the daycare and then go to work, and then 3 o'clock I was able to come and pick him up, and then able to spend
Yeah.
the rest of the evening. And while he was still, at that time you were a team lead, like you
Yeah.
were a sales.
So at the time, I was a
manager.
sales
manager. Yeah.
So then we were doing that, and then my other colleague, his spouse was working on my team, and he was always saying, "Well, you wrote all this business. Why don't you bring Suganya to the business back again?" Then I think they started to go to daycare.
Yeah, full time, and
Then
then I started as a mortgage
mortgage
specialist.
specialist at CABC, and
2016.
she was working. She was working with my
15.
colleagues' team, and then she learned the ropes: business development, time management, staying on top of it. Then we left the bank, from a bank, and we went to open up a brokerage. And Suganya decided to go with RBC. And that's the time we had the newborn. I think that was a crazy time.
Yeah,
I starting up a business, and you went to the new place, and we had Aveen was born, and he had some major health issues. He had to go through the surgery, being 3 months old or 4 months old, being in sick kids. And to be honest, it's wild. We needed support. I literally hired a nanny on Kijiji.
Yeah. Thank God she turned out to be
Our
a
dear
family
friend.
member. She's very nice. And
I
she's-
we'll figure it out.
And
So
I'm like,
she
are
had to
you
go
sure? Because I started work back in 6 months. So I need someone to take care of him. And then obviously, yes, I had my parents, my mom, and obviously...
You need more support, and he had some
they
health
need to
issues.
be there every day because of his health issues and stuff. So then we're like, okay, fine. We need someone to stay with him 24/7. So so we don't need to send him to daycare and everything.
And everyone's like, how do you trust it? Like after years, I'm like, I just go with the gut. Like I literally make the decision based on gut feelings, and she had become a family.
Yeah,
And it's
she's
crazy if you
amazing.
think about it. You had to find a nanny to take care of a
Yeah.
6-month-old from Kijiji.
Yeah.
And then she started working at RBC. Then I was there. Then things changed, and Fides has grown, and here we are again. And she went through some changes at her work, and I went through some changes at my work, and both I think universe work in such a way, and here we are. And
Trying to
now,
fight us.
now the kids are grown and they are independent.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a little bit of I mean, I think that you still need to be there for them. And I mean, compared to what we were before to now. I think they're
But
more
they're independent.
independent. They're a little older now. They can do things and stay home alone, and so we can still able to do what we wanted to do. Like, I mean, in terms of still doing the basic, like, you know,
At
going
the
to
end of the day, this is
networking and
this is
events and
something
like,
for the
yeah.
family, right? The fighters, and we now we can work together with the whole team openly. We can build relationship, and we want to treat everyone like a family. Like, that's what we like to host. Like, no conflict anymore. When she was at the bank, is big difference.
Yeah.
Say, like, what's the reason that you wanted to bring her on?
So it was a very hard decision. So she went through some changes at work, and I asked her, like, she clearly outlined her passions are running a flower shop, running a spa, or being an interior designer. And all of them are great passions, but is it realistic at this moment? If you want to be an interior designer, it's a lot of movement, like with the kids, with the workforce. And here we already have infrastructure set up. She have a support system. She knows wealth of knowledge, and there are some gaps. Like I'm fast paced, and she is fill the
Not
gap.
slow space.
Not slow pace,
like
but
a moderate space.
she's a moderate. So sometimes filling the gap, like when I move too quick, she can fill the gap. That could be for my clients. That could be for the team. That could be for clients. That could be for anyone.
Oh, just overall balanced life.
Overall balanced life. And we have an infrastructure built. We have team up and running. So with that, I thought this will be a great opportunity with the female touch, bring the best experience for our partners, our clients, and our team.
I think, I mean, as he said, like, you know, and I also believe, like, you know, I mean, the mortgage language and mortgage is not new. I mean, I have like, and I mean, working for this many years, I am pretty sure that I have that experience in me. And obviously now that this is just like a family, and it's just like a family business as well, and then the team is a family too now. So I mean, I mean, excited to, like, you know, like continue the path of what we really believe in and build in, and see, like, I mean, the passion you can always continue, and then when you feel like it, you can always start that.
And back in the day and even today, has his work ethic always been the same, and how do you deal with that?
I don't know. He is a workaholic person, and I mean, I still tell them, like, you know, you need to slow down a little bit. But I don't know. He understand what does that mean. He's always been like this. Like, you know, I mean, if he wants to get something done, he will find a way to get it done. That's how he is always. And I mean, this is his passion, and I think now that he has a lot of vision still, and I mean, I'm there to implement at least a little bit of it, just what he wants to do, and all this his dream and vision about everything that, like, you know, this company and this team and everything. So I don't think so this has been any different, but before is like when he was working, that's a different goal, but he always like this his, like, you know.
And I think people don't understand the time. So everyone asks me how you move very quickly. I think it's very simple. When I came here, they just thrown me at grade 12, English being a second language back home. Like, it's not a new language, it's been a second language. They throw me out. And I finished high school in 2 years. And I went to university and I finished my degree in 4 years. And I had 2 part-time jobs. So I don't waste time. It doesn't mean I don't give time. I still give time. I still give more time to my close friends, family, peers, but I don't waste time.
I mean, that's what I'm telling. That's what is gonna make you burn down, like, you know, because you wanted to make sure that everything is taken here, like, you know, your business, your family, your friends, your parents. You only have 24 hours. If you're trying to balance everything, it's gonna burn you down. So like, I mean, like, you know, you need to sometimes take it down, like, you know.
No, but at the end of the day, I'm fortunate to have Suganya stay me grounded at house, kids, my parents, her family, friends. So she keeps them grounded. And for me, my partners who works with me, they trust us. They have business with me. When I fail, they fail. When I fail, my clients fails. So I kind of let them fail. and team at Fides, 45 people's life is based on the decisions I make. So I cannot, my decision is going to take them forward or take them backwards. But that doesn't mean I am a one-man show. I have Suganya back me up. I have team. My core team is a team of 5 people. So we all come from an experience, and we try to give the best experience for it. So I don't think so. I know when to switch it off. When I'm switched off, I switched off. But I don't waste time. Like when people are lingering around, not making decision quickly, just going back and forth, that fires me off. Because it's the same thing happened with the kid as well. Like I was literally, I'm in a rush. Adish is putting her shoes on while he didn't have his shoes on
he moves in
front
a
of the
total
school.
speed.
I'm
I don't know what
dude,
it is. Like,
you know I get to go. The bell's going to ring. Why are you putting the shoes right now? When people just goof around, not understanding the urgency, for me, 9 to 5 is a core business time. We have to get to the point where I have to. I start my day at 4:35. Everyone asks me, how do you do it? I'm like, it's very simple. I start at 4:35. Before 9 o'clock, you come to the desk. Before they even wake up, I am ready for the day. We can't do this without doing, we had to put the deal together or we had to do something. So administrative stuff done before 9 o'clock. And then we have team. Like we have 4 people continuously working while I am working outside. So it doesn't mean like I'm just ignoring all my calls, all my clients, and everything is being taken care of. So you have a system in place, and the system has to be efficient. And that system involves people. And you have to trust them and treat them right. I think
the way that he acts time for business, does that translate when you guys are on vacation?
oh, we used to that lifestyle now. He answering phone calls and being away. There are days that like he'll be on the phone and we'll be just having our dinner, like, and then he'll come and join us, like and there'll be times that we'll be excursioning, like and he'll be just okay. I'm not coming. I'll stay back and do whatever I have to do. So I mean, I think I was kind of used to it, but then now the kids are used to it too. But and I tell them like, I mean, vacation is to come and vacationing it, just not to. So slowly we are getting that that little bit of a freedom that now, as he said, that now we have a team of 5 people. Now they can kind of we can kind of rely on them to like even if you're not present, they can still answer the calls and the emails, and then they're getting back to our clients on time and everything. So that's kind of the wisdom and system that we wanted to build down the road, and we already in there somehow closer to it, and hopefully we can have a little peaceful vacation in the upcoming future.
I wouldn't say those vacations are not peaceful, but there are time in the vacation. Like I plan my day. Even when I go on a vacation, I work around it. I'll figure it out. When it's time for dinner, I put the phone away. But I cannot put the phone away for 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like when I go to dining table, dinner table, I turn off, then I'm just committed. But I'm not going to be not able to answer the phone call for 8 hours. But some people think if you go on a vacation, you only turn off and turn on when you come back. It doesn't work like that when you're in business. It's not like business will be upside down the minute you landed. When the kids go to bed, when they are doing their own things, like when they go on excursion, then I'm not joining excursion. I'll just catch up on the emails, and when they come back, I'm ready. Like you had to figure it out as you go. There's no magic formula. Each country is different. Like when you go to Europe, it sucks. 3 o'clock there, you want to have a glass of wine.
And it's a peak time here.
It's a 10 o'clock here. Boom, goes on. So we kind of work around it. So we go and relax before 10 o'clock here, do an early dinner. Then when they go to bed, I stay up. But one thing I had to give up is a sleep. You had to give up something to gain something. Mm-hmm. We can't sleep and you cannot work.
I love that.
How did you learn to deal with each other?
We'll figure it out.
I don't know. We are still sometimes figuring it out. Well, I guess you kind of know your partner at this point, what he likes and what he doesn't like. But we still, even though we still go at each other. There are days like, I guess it's just like the mutual respect and okay, fine, he's in a bad temper, let it be out, and then you can talk about it later. And he need a closure and everything. So even if you have something, until it's done, there's no end to it. So might as well we talk it out, we figure it out, we fight it over and get over with it, like, you know. And so I guess that's how we figure it out.
I think once you have a need, once you have a purpose, we are working towards one purpose. But it comes with an argument. Like it's like a work. And work, you are more cordial, you're more professional. Here, you don't have the boundaries.
I mean, you need to have that space, who you are at the end of the day, to be open and share your feelings, your whether, like, you know, your happiness, sadness, how you feel, what everything, like, you know, there is a wall to that.
You know, a glass of wine
say
will fix
everything.
anything. Glass of wine can fix
That's
anything.
we both love, anyways. Yeah.
So, how are you going to add value to Team Varun and Fides?
I mean, like, you know, team Fides is just like, I know majority of them now. Team Fides knows me as well, and I mean extended partners as well. Majority of them, like, we work with already. It's just pretty much promising them and getting back the what do I say, trustness that we have. Yeah.
Okay. If they want to reach you, how can they reach you?
Well, guys, I just did my first video, so I'll be out there. And most of you guys already have my name and number anyways. If not, you'll always see on his post. So find me in there.
Perfect. Thank you, Suganya. Thank you for the wisdom, Chris.